Hey guys, Metaloid here, and I'm bringing you another high-level Halo Wars video today. I'm playing with Sam the Bold in this one versus Topher and Pursue, and I'm on my, well, this is an older game because I'm on my AOW Voldemort account. I like that account. I just wish I still had gold on it. I don't think I'll ever put more on it though. It was just a free 1 month sort of deal. So now I'm playing Cutter Brute with Sam because this is during the period where I'm refusing to play Arbiter for Sam. Because I think we had a few too many games, especially on Beasley's Plateau. It always seems to go the same way. It's always like, oh, we're playing a good game, and Sam's letting my base get tripped again. So I just got sick of it. So I said, fine, you like playing with Brute Chieftains because you always play with Hazard Fury, and so I can play Brute. It's not hard. So I'm just gonna go Temple first this game. And they had good sides, so they're probably going to Pelican. I'm just checking with my rally point to see if they do actually Pelican. And with the Temple first, especially on this map, I'm able to pick up a lot of money. So whether I want to use that for a heavy rush or just to tech my eco, it's my choice, and they have to scout that if they want to be able to deal with that. That being said, Arbiter better than Brute on every map, not even discussing it. Sam tries to get the bottom hook, and they got it. So now they have all 4 hooks. So that's pretty terrible, because, having the hooks is a really good thing. Because, them having 4 more supply pads, essentially, than we do, or at least 3, is quite a disadvantage. So instead of really going for any sort of rush here, I'm just going to upgrade my eco and try to get into fast Banshees or something like that, and then my goal is to then just deny their air. So I'm not gonna care how much money they have if they don't have any summits. So Sam's going for hogs this game. Topher was chasing Sam around with his gunnerless hogs instead of picking up money. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Maybe he thinks that ramming's good. It might be. I'm not entirely sure. I just feel like whenever I play, I don't really like to ram. I like to pick up money. But it's more like whenever I'm playing, especially when I'm playing 1v1, it's kind of like almost like a gentleman's agreement. But some players feel it gives them an advantage. So I'm actually able to see through the fog of war there that he unlocked his base, but he doesn't have Citadel yet, so I'm not even trying to get over there. I'm just kind of walking around right now. I'm just trying to keep their Arbiter on defense, but I can't really keep him on defense. If he really wanted to play offense, he totally could. But at the same time, we have hogs and they don't. I think that they're trying to rely on getting that top reactor, so maybe trying to go for like a quick tank off of like a VD 5th or something. But at the same time, when they're doing that, they're not going hogs, and so they don't have any way to camp my lift if their Arbiter was to try to push up. And if their Arbiter did try to push up, we'd have him camp pretty hard with some hogs, even though we do have, Samson seems to be sending his hogs to the hooks right now. But at the same time, I'm already getting my summit up, and I've paid for inheritance, so I can try to deny their summit. His summit's at a comparable time to my summit. I think he went like Temple 2nd or 3rd, maybe even 4th. I don't know, I wasn't entirely sure. But the thing is, he also has those 2 supply pads on the hook, so he doesn't have to upgrade as many pads before going for Citadel, because he has the eco to be upgrading those pads. It's not like he's foregoing any eco to do it. And now that I have inheritance, I'm going to be able to deny the summit with a little bit of Vortex to help me out, because his summit was pretty quick. And now I'm just going to be trying to get my 2nd summit up, and my goal is just to sit here in front of his base, denying his summits all day with my inheritance while I get runaway Banshees. And since Banshees are really good on this map because it helps take hooks, Sam the Bold losing a hog to a ghost because he's Sam the Bold. Gotta love Sam the Bold. And now their Arbiter's decided that he's going to come up on offense. I guess probably to try to grunt my summits or something of that nature. I feel like if you're in that, I don't like to, whenever I play Arbiter, I don't like to try to be grunting summits and stuff like that, because I feel like if you're in that position, I don't think I've, like, trying to recollect, I don't think I've actually won a game from that position, like just where I'm trying to grunt summits. I feel like it's already gotten to the point where they're just gonna have too much air, or I'm never gonna be able to get to Tech 2 if I'm spending that kind of money. But he did have hook pads, And I mean, but because they didn't go hogs in the beginning, I'm able to do this rush without getting, well, this this rush that's not really even a rush, without getting punished for it. Or if their arbiter even played offense with suicide grunts, I mean, I could have started making brutes, but at the same time, they didn't have any hogs to pressure me one way or the other. So I'm just able to do whatever I feel like it. So now I'm gonna have I'm on double summit, pretty good. Getting boost up. He only has one tank still. I think Sam's doing a good job of keeping control of that top reactor. And since I'm in front of his base, I can continue to attempt to deny his suicide grunts, so making it difficult for him to be able to get them through and grunt my summits down. The same time, I do have my Banshees chasing his tank there, because I do have boosts and I have a good number of them. And you don't really want to be fighting boost Banshees with stock tanks. If they were non-boost, then he'd do much better at that. But for now, at least, I'm able to deny his summits and continue making Banshees. I was gonna make another summit there, but I decided that I'd rather just keep building the Banshees out of my one summit, because I'd rather get as many Banshees out as possible, since I already do have another summit up coming up on the hook. He finally kills my chieftain, but that took forever to kill that inherited chieftain with one stock tank, and he's gonna lose the stock tank. So I'm already on a really good number of Banshees. Now I'm gonna be building the other summit, since he's gonna be killing the one summit on my base, and I didn't get to deny that front pad. I would have liked to, but I was too busy targeting the tank, and definitely killing the tank that costs 500 is better than killing the pad that only costs 100. Especially since I'm not expecting to hurt his eco here. My goal was not to hurt his eco, because he was always going to have the potential to have a better eco than me. But my goal was instead to deny his summits so that I can get air and they can't. Now, so for Pelican to tank over, I think that was to take out the top reactor, because Sam was holding it for a good long while there. But I'm at a stage in the game where I have a good number of Banshees, to where I'll be able to target that tank down and protect the reactor for us, which is definitely where we want to be. So I think Sam got canning off of that. I'm not sure if he still has any more gunner hogs left, or what he's doing with those. It looks like right now on the minimap, it looks like he appears to be clearing a base. So now after their arbiter recall to try to rage my Banshees, now their arbiter's back at my base, coming to try to deny my summits again. But I already have one of them up, and I do have one on the hook, so I'm on double summit, even though I don't have two on my base. But I mean, I'm not too worried about that at all, because now I'm back over on offense, trying to deny his summit again. He has a summon up, but I'm going to be able to target it down, and I'm pretty sure, especially because I play Arbiter quite a bit, that he's not going to be on Tech 2. He spent so much money building suicide grunts, turrets, and raging onto those summits, to trying to deny my summits, that's a Banshee that pops out. And that just confirms everything I already knew, which is that spending that kind of money, you're not going to be on Tech 2. You're in a really slippery slope situation there, where you want to be able to rage and build suicide grunts to deny their Banshees, but at the same time, you're not going to get Vamps. So it's a really tough spot to be in from the Arbiter's side. But now we're looking to be in a pretty good situation, because we have the bottom hook, and they don't have their top reactor. And because I have such a Banshee lead, and they don't have any Vamps, they're not going to be able to get into that reactor again as long as I am paying attention. Sam has took his double base there, and had a good number of candy tanks. So with those candy tanks, he had pushed off the Arbiter for me, and Sam's just trying to gather his numbers up, protect his Expo for a bit. And I'm telling him that, well, their Arbiter's eventually going to be able to get a summit back up. I don't really want to keep sitting in there and sacking Banshees, because they're going to start to have a good number of tanks, and I don't want to get rage. But whenever he's ready to push across the map, he should do it soon, so that I have a good number of Banshees, and they're not going to have enough Vamps to do anything about it. So he probably doesn't even have Tech 2, since I see that Suicide Grunt there trying to get into the top reactor. He'll probably buy Tech 2, especially since he sees that I'm going to be able to target that Suicide Grunt down. but it's just at that point, and especially at that point, it's going to be a bit late. Now he may have had that suicide grunt from before, from when he was trying to deny the summits, and he figured he would throw it into the top reactor. I'm not entirely sure. But now Sam has 5 candy tanks. I tell Sam, just go up to the base and debomb, because the only thing they can possibly do is rage down all of your tanks, and that there is literally nothing they can do at this point in the game with this many banshees and that many tanks, because we have both Covey lead and UNSC lead, and their arbiter did end up buying tech too. So I guess that's the way you can win on Terminal Moraine without any hooks, is just going hogs, but you kind of have to rely on your opponent not going hogs or something like that, and I don't know, it just comes down to good positioning and just teamwork between the two of you if you want to try to work it out. But I do agree with it definitely being tougher from the side of having no hooks. Either way, hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time.